Alright, we finally got some hockey to talk about. Welcome to beautiful Penticton, British Columbia, where the 2024 Young Stars Classic just took place last weekend. This annual tournament showcases the young prospects from the Vancouver Canucks, Calgary Flames, Edmonton Oilers, and Winnipeg Jets in a 4-team round-robin tournament. First off, here's the Canucks Young Stars roster. You can pause the video here if you need to take a closer look, but we've got to move on because there's 3 games to cover and tons of players to scout. First up, the Edmonton Oilers. Seeing my favorite Canucks prospects, minus Willander, all lined up during the anthem had me drooling at the screen. And let me tell you, they looked dangerous from the moment the puck dropped. First, it was Jonathan Lekkerimäki sending a beautiful pass across the ice right to the tape of Kirill Kudryavtsev's stick. Also, I don't know if it's Kudryavtsev or Kudryavtsev, so I'm just gonna call him Kuj for now. I think that's a cool nickname anyways. Then it was Elias Pettersson absolutely leveling the fantastically named Connor Clattenburg. By the way, what are we calling the new Elias Pettersson? EP2? DPD? Delias Pettersson? Elitist defenserman? Leave your ideas in the comments because we've got to figure this out quick. But yeah, Delias totally Flattenberg. I can't believe we get to watch all 5 of these guys at the same time. It's only been 30 seconds and I'm already covered head to toe in barbecue sauce. And they were right back at it a few minutes later. It started with Kuj ringing the puck around the boards to Lekkerimäki, who picked it up with speed, gained the zone, weaved a pass to Aatu Räty, who took a shot on net, but it got deflected right to the stick of Arshdeep Bains, who then, in the midst of a broken play, had the offensive awareness to feather a pass to Lekkerimäki for a tap-in. But it hit the post. And that was just their second shift. Want to see what they did on their third shift? Another scoring chance. This time it was Räty setting up Lekkerimäki for a shot right in the slot. And he might have been able to bury the rebound too if he wasn't hooked. Guys, I like this a lot. Now might be a good time to mention that Edmonton's goalie, Nathaniel Day, played really well. He's the only reason the Canucks didn't score 8. The 6'6" Belarusian beast, Nikita Tolopilo, was in net for the Canucks, and here he is coming in clutch for his team, making a great save after a defensive breakdown. The Lekkerimäki line continued to shine. Just take a look at this breakout. Lekkerimäki headmanned the puck to Bains, then Bains created some space so he could drop it back to the streaking Lekkerimäki, who then slithered through 2 Oilers defenders, creating a partial breakaway for himself, and he beat the goalie, but he hit the post. Whatever. Oh, I thought this was kind of funny and also a little weird. Elias Pettersson goes to lay another big hit on Clattenburg, but this time he missed. However, Clattenburg was still rattled about the hit from earlier, so he kind of, I don't know. I guess this is what a rookie trying to spear someone looks like. He just doesn't really know how to yet. He's obviously got some work to do. And then here comes Max Sasson! He jets his way up the ice, makes a power move towards the net for a shot on goal, but Day stopped him. Sasson was noticeable this game. The 24-year-old center was signed by the Canucks back in 2023 after an impressive season with the Western Michigan University Broncos, where he put up 15 goals and 42 points in just 38 games. He played a full season in the AHL with the Abbotsford Canucks last season and put up another 42 points. Also, he sang the national anthem before a game once, so keep your eye on him for sure. Uh-oh, Lekkerimäki just intercepted a pass and is breaking in towards the Oilers' net. Okay, watch this. He passes it to Räty, Räty shoots, and Day saves it. The end. But that wasn't the play Lekkerimäki wanted. No, he wanted the give-and-go backdoor tap-in, and guys, I'm telling you, no shade to Räty, but if that was Elias Pettersson, not the defender, the superstar center, he would have passed it back. I know it. Lekkerimäki needs to play with Pettersson. I'm gonna get that tattooed on my forehead if I have to. They are incredibly creative, dynamic players who need to play together. Talk it, please. I'm freaking out. We need it. And he was back at it at the start of the second period, forcing a turnover that led to some sustained offensive zone pressure for the Canucks, and eventually another scoring chance for his line. Look at this pass by Lekkerimäki. Perfect sauce right to the stick of Räty. Then finally someone scored. But let me pause here real quick because I just gotta say how proud I am to announce that this video is brought to you in paid partnership with BetterHelp. While hockey is therapeutic for me, it's not a replacement for therapy, and the older I get, the more thankful I am that my mom started me in therapy at such an early age. I think I was just 8 years old. Therapy really taught me how to analyze my emotions before reacting to real-life situations, and because of that, I haven't thrown a temper tantrum since I was a child. Well, unless we're talking about Canucks games. But seriously, a lot of people think that you have to be going through something negative to go to therapy, but that's just not true. Sometimes you just want a place to untangle your thoughts and learn how your brain works. However, when I have been going through bad times, therapy helped me immensely. It helped me process those negative emotions and turn them into something positive, kind of like these videos, for example. Look, we're all going through life, positive or negative, and therapy can help anyone at any stage. If you've ever thought about therapy or just want to better understand yourself, I highly recommend BetterHelp. You can get matched with a credentialed therapist in as little as 48 hours, and if the first one isn't a great fit, you can switch easily. So click the link in the description or visit betterhelp.com/nuckhead to get 10% off your first month. It's a great way to take that first step in caring for your mental health. Again, go to betterhelp.com/nuckhead for 10% off your first month. Thank you, BetterHelp, for making this video possible. Anyway, it was Max Sasson breaking in on a 2-on-1 with Riley Patterson, but doing it all himself, shooting and grabbing his own rebound to make it 1-0 for the baby Canucks. Then Cooge made a nice defensive play here, staying in good position, getting in the shooting lane to block the shot and clear the zone. Lekkerimäki got another shot on net. The kid is so good at finding open space. Let him play with Petey. Petey will find him every time. Please! Then Arshdeep Bains had a glorious chance to score, but he couldn't get it through the body of the Oilers defender. But the play continued, and Cooge got possession of the puck and delivered another beautiful pass across the ice right to the tape of Bains' stick, but again, Arshdeep couldn't bury it. Now, remember in one of my last videos where I said Ratu was relied upon in quite literally every single situation? The power play, the penalty kill, when the team was up by a goal late in the game, when the team was down by a goal late in the game. He even started playing on the wing for a bit when necessary. Well, not only has Aatu been involved in virtually all of the Canucks scoring chances so far, but when Parker Alkos took a penalty, guess who was right there taking the faceoff on the penalty kill? Aatu Ratu. And here he is intercepting a pass, creating a 2-on-1 scoring chance in the middle of the kill. Oh, and then the Oilers took a penalty, and guess who was right back out there for the Canucks power play? Aatu Ratu. I think it's safe to say Rick Tocchet's gonna like this kid. I know Canucks legend Manny Malhotra sure does. Oh, and by the way, Clattenburg was clearly still mad at Pettersson for that hit in the first period. No one is allowed to hit him, not on his watch, especially clean hits. Don't do it. Not to Clattenburg. Stop. Then Tolopilo stood on his head for a bit, stopping a flurry of prime scoring chances for the Oilers. And to make matters worse for Edmonton's young stars, 24-year-old Canucks defender Christian Felton did his best Connor McDavid impression, put on a one-man show, and scored a beauty to make it 2-0. Then Ratu sent Lekkerimäki in on a partial breakaway, and he beat the goalie with a simple wrist shot, but it hit the post. So basically every time Lekkerimäki is on the ice, something good happens for his team. Now, is that a trend that will continue forever though? Yes. If you need more proof, here he is on a simple dump and chase, reading the play well enough to know if he just nudges the winger in front of him off balance a little bit before the puck gets rung around the boards to him, it might just free up the puck. Well, it did, and it directly led to a clean shot from the slot for Bains that he ripped off the crossbar, so that's cool. Elias Pettersson made a nice defensive play by gently removing the puck from the stick of the Oilers forward and clearing it out. And yeah, the Canucks won Game 1 2-0. The next game was against the Winnipeg Jets young stars, and again, you can pause here if you want to see what the lines were. One of the players I want to highlight in this game is Vilmer Alriksson. The Swedish winger was drafted by the Canucks in the 4th round of the 2023 NHL entry draft. He's a strong skater, he's smart with the puck, he's got a good shot, but the most enticing thing about him might just be the fact that at only 19 years old, he's already 6'6" and 215 pounds. And he's a winger. Imagine the damage this guy could do at the NHL level if he can make it there. Ty Young was in net for the Canucks young stars and he was dialed in. Jets went up 2-0, but who cares? Lekkerimäki almost broke in on a breakaway but ran into the linesman. He still set up a scoring chance though. Then Pettersson blocked a shot, someone tried to hit Alriksson but they died. This is what I mean by the way, he's a beast. Then Sasson stole the puck and banked one in off his own teammate to put the Canucks on the board. The goal was credited to Josh Bloom, who just a few months ago scored the deciding goal with just 22 seconds remaining in the Memorial Cup championship game, securing the Saginaw Spirit's first ever Memorial Cup victory. Then Pettersson scored his first of the tournament, assisted by Vilmer Alriksson, tie game. And then here's Alriksson using his size to protect the puck and drive to the net. It's clear teams aren't gonna like playing against this guy. Then Pettersson's offensive awareness was on display as he took the puck up the ice to create some offense himself. Then Alriksson intercepted a pass and got a shot off, but it was deflected wide, and Pettersson was getting under the skin of his opponents again. Anthony Romani scored, 3-2. Then Alriksson picks up a loose puck in the neutral zone, dumps it in, chases after it, and thanks to a nifty pass from Klimovich, he gets it right back in front of the net, and while fighting off a check, still manages to deke the goalie and flick a backhander into the mesh, doubling the Canucks' lead to 4-2. I know I keep saying this, but if this kid develops properly, he's gonna be an absolute menace in the NHL someday. And then thanks to a couple great saves by Ty Young, that was it, and the Canucks young stars won 4-2, improving their record to 2-0 in the tournament. The third and final game was against the Calgary Flames young stars, and the big question for this one was, can the baby Canucks go undefeated? Well, spoiler alert, they can, and they did. But look, the scores of these games don't really matter. It's really about seeing what these young players bring to the table. So let's take a look. Pause if you want to read these lines. Tolopilo was in net for the second time this tournament, and he was looking good. In fact, in the 2 games he played, he averaged 1.5 goals against per game and a beautiful .929 save percentage. I know it's a small sample size, but that's what you want to see. Alriksson laid a big hit, stole the puck, and almost sent Sasson in on a breakaway. And remember in this video when I said Kuja's becoming a master of the Hail Mary stretch pass down the ice? Just look at some of these examples. This one was from behind his own net. In fact, it's his passing and playmaking ability in general that really seems to stand out. Well, here he is using that offensive vision to send Sasson in on a breakaway. Unfortunately, Sasson hit the post, but what a pass though. Also, how many posts have the Canucks hit this tournament? Damn. Flame scored, 1-0. Flame scored, 2-0. Someone tried to hit Alriksson again, but he politely declined the offer. Then on this play, 2 Flames players went to hit him, but he absorbed both of them and maintained puck possession. And then just a few seconds later, Vilmer fought off his check and used his long-ass reach to smack a loose puck on net for a shot on goal. Come on, Alriksson, develop into a superstar, please. You know you want to. Be the next Todd Bertuzzi. Be the next Tage Thompson. Be the next Rick Tocchet. Be the next Chris Kreider. Be the first Vilmer Alriksson. You got this, man. Then Aatu Räty showed off his power, pushing through to the front of the net for a scoring chance that Calgary's goalie managed to stop. But Räty stuck with it, got the puck back to Pettersson at the point, and DPD took a shot that bounced its way to Arshdeep Bains, who juggled it into the net. Look at this. Beautiful. Even he knew it. Then look at this burst of speed from Max Sasson. This guy's skating was podium all tournament. Then Riley Patterson deflected a Klimovich shot in past the Flames tender to tie the game at 2s. Then watch this rush by Jonathan Lekkerimäki. Excuse me? Is he allowed to do that? Listen, this guy was born in 2004. And I'm sorry to anyone who just realized how old they really are. It makes me uncomfortable too. But yeah, he was born in 2004, which makes him just 20 years old. Imagine how good he's gonna get. He has no ceiling right now. I'm all in on this kid. Canucks scored 3-2. Then Sasson came streaking through again and set up Vilmer Alriksson for his second goal of the tournament, 4-2 Nucks. Then Pettersson got under more skin, and of course it led to a tiny temper tantrum. Then look at this play by Arshdeep Bains. I get why Connor Bedard said he was one of the best passers in the WHL. Look at this. You can tell he grew up watching the Sedins. EP2 made a nice defensive play. Then he pushed a player into the crease, knocking the net off its moorings for a whistle, and the Flames prospect wasn't too pleased about it, so he gently shot the puck at Pettersson in retaliation. PD's pesty. I like it. Seriously though, he was really getting under the skin of the opponents all tournament. And here he is pissing off another player. This time it was Flames forward Luke McNamara, and yeah, he was really mad about it. He even chirped him at the end of the second period. DPD is really going to be a great addition to the Canucks main roster, whenever that ends up happening. He fits the mold of the team. He's hard to play against, but it's not because he's being a doofus out there, it's because he plays his position hard and well, and it bugs everyone. Honestly, he's got a little gargoyle in him. Also, Lekkerimäki was launching his signature Mackie bombs on the power play all game. This is how he scored a large portion of his goals in Sweden, and while none of them hit the mesh in this tournament, once he adjusts to the North American style of play, I think we might have a mini Ovi on our hands. And no, stop typing. I'm not saying he's gonna be as good as Ovechkin. That'd be crazy. Come on. It's more likely he's gonna be the new Gretzky, I think. Anyway, Tolopilo stood on his head for the rest of the game, sealing the deal for the Canucks young stars, and yeah, they won 4-3 and went undefeated. Now, does that mean much outside of this tournament? Not really. However, there's plenty to be excited about with some of these players. Plus, Manny Malhotra's first 3 exhibition games as head coach showed a lot of promise. He'll be leading the Abbotsford Canucks this upcoming season, which is definitely something to look forward to. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thanks to these young stars for supporting what I do by clicking the join button and becoming members of the channel. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next week. Bye.
For the land of the free and the home of the brave.